Talk to us about the game in Bendigo. It seemed a really close game except for the second quarter.
Yeah, we kind of got, I think they pushed us out of what we wanted to do, and then everything we took quick shots and we weren't getting stops on defense, so everything kind of fell apart for us in that instance. But we got to learn to bounce back whenever things aren't going our way and try to get buckets and try to get stops.
Yeah, and so you did really bounce back in that one. I know the second quarter went down a little bit, but you came back up in the third and fourth quarter. How close did you guys feel towards the end?
Really close. I mean, obviously we had some lapses, and I think we just couldn't quite get ourselves back into it, and it was mainly on the defensive end. We have to learn to get defensive stops. But yeah, it was still a good game. We just wish it would have been a different outcome.
Absolutely, and against Albury it was kind of a bit different. It was the fourth quarter that sort of let you down. How important is the momentum there in that game?
Really, really, really important, and we failed to rebound, and I think that's what hurt us a majority of the game. And when we can't get rebounds, they're getting second and third opportunities, and that's where they kind of drug away with it.
And last week we spoke about, you guys have 6 games left and you had to win 5 out of those 6. Does this mean you guys are out of playoff contention?
I'm not sure if we're completely out yet. We just have to focus on now. We have to win every game, and it might come down to other teams losing. We just don't know. We don't really know yet, but we just have to take care of stuff on our end and hope it comes out in our favor.
And Olivia, you guys have had a 5-game winning streak before. Obviously got that 6 home games and the home crowd backing you. Are you confident that you might be able to get the next 6?
Yes, I think we still have a really, really good shot of getting the next 6. We just have to work really hard in practice and focus on things that we can control, like boxing out and being able to, get steals and stops.
Mm-hmm. And in the game against Albury, you were the top scorer as well. How do you feel that your own form was?
Good for a majority of the game, and then I felt like I kind of took some quick shots and wasn't smart on my end, so I have to be a little bit smarter when it comes to what shots I take and how I set other people up.
Obviously, fellow import Shanice, she struggled a bit with the outside shot this weekend. What do you say to her, or how do you guys help her as a team to sort of get her out of a funk and keep her confident and keep her taking those open shots?
We just had to tell her to keep shooting. She's a great shooter. She just didn't hit them. It happens whenever you're a shooter. You just have to keep shooting, and hopefully you'll work yourself out of that funk.
And Albury, sort of one of the teams in the league that can match you size-wise, and Joy had a bit of foul trouble. What's the key to sort of keep her out of that foul trouble and sort of consolidate your size that you can use as a real advantage?
We just have to kind of help her out, digging in from the guard side of it, and just hope that they don't have enough time to kick out to open shooters.
The Albury game, it was the struggle in the fourth quarter. You guys have had a bit of struggle with your fourth quarter sort of momentum all season. What do you think's led to that?
I think we're more worried about like the end of the game instead of finishing out each quarter. We need to take each second and each play as a game, and then focus on what's happening at the end of the game and where we are in position-wise, like whether we're up, whether we're down, and then fight back from there.
And you guys have 6 home games coming up in a row. How confident are you that the home game advantage sort of will play to your favour? We're
very confident. I think our crowd is amazing. Our community is really behind us, and the fact that we don't have to travel and that we can stay there, and we've got home court advantage, and we'll use that for sure, and we're ready to play. So.
And do you think having a double header sort of was a disadvantage over the weekend just because of the 2 close games in succession?
I mean, we like double headers because we don't have to wait another week to play a game. We can, play straight away. I felt like it was a little bit just because we finished like it was a 12 o'clock game, but, that happens in basketball, and you've just got to take whatever comes. So.
Took a bit of a hard knock on a screen and went down. What happened there, and how are you feeling now?
I'm feeling all good now. I got elbowed by a screen, and I kind of fell to the ground, but I knew I had to get back up and soldier on and finish out the rest of the game and help my team. So.
And you had the primary defensive assignment on Nat Hurst for most of the game. Can you talk a bit about the responsibility and how it feels to have Coach Hayes, put that on you, on one of the league's best players?
Yeah, it's an honour to play against Nat Hurst. She's an amazing player, and to have that sign, I felt like I had a bit of pressure, but I knew I could take it on, and my role in the team as well is to have defensive pressure and to stop her and lock her down and to keep it a 7, and to have other girls rotate and switch on her is a massive key to us. But we just have to start winning games. So yeah.
What do you think's that big key just to continue that consistency down the end of games and and maybe not tighten up or not maybe try to do a bit of hero ball?
Yeah, I think for us, like, we started shooting outside shots and they weren't dropping, so we needed to go back to what was like working, and when it does work, keep running that and change it up if other things. But we need to stop defensively, lock in for sure. That's a massive key.
So, Josh, obviously going out against Albury, what was their mindset like after that 63-point loss? Were they more aggressive this time around?
Yeah, they were. They were ready for us today. Last night, I guess. The first time we played them, I don't think they were prepared for how good we are. So they came out ready, talking trash, played hard. So it was a good game. It was fun.
Sure, and obviously you've cemented a place in the playoffs after this week. What's the focus now going forward for the next 6 games?
We're happy we made playoffs, but we're not satisfied. So, we just want to keep on winning out. Now we want some playoff home games, so that's going to be the most important part. So we're just going to focus on a couple things we need to clean up from the last few games and then just try to get better every day.
And it was a pretty even contribution from the team as well. I think you guys had about 6 players with double-digit scores. Is that encouraging going into the home stretch now?
Yeah, it's great. And, it's hard to focus on one guy on our team because if you focus on him, then other guys are going to step up. So, not a lot of teams have that luxury. So, we're very lucky and, we just have a lot of talented guys on the team.
Mm-hmm. And obviously it was quite close against Bendigo as well. How did you find playing against them this time around?
They're big, strong. Ray Turner's strong. So it was a good game, but it was fun. It's good to beat Bendigo on their home court and, just sweep all these country teams. So, to cement our dominance over them is great.
With Albury, at halftime, were they a bit too close for comfort for you guys, considering, where they are on the ladder and how you guys are placed?
No, I think they're a lot better than what the record says. I don't think they've gelled as well as we have. I think they have all the talent in the world. They're just, they play down to their competition or play up to their competition with us. But, it was a good game. We expected it, and we just came back and fought back hard.
Yeah, and what do you think turned that game around for you guys?
Jerry pushing the guy and getting a technical or whatever he did. We needed that because they were kind of being a little physical with us, and we got in foul trouble, so we stopped being physical back. So he went and did a bonehead play and, made everyone fired up. So it got us going.
And Nunawading was the second top team. They've lost both games over the weekend. How important is that to keep you guys, ahead of the league?
It's great. We love watching everyone else lose. But they didn't have, I think, 4 of their starters because they're trying to make the Olympics and stuff for 3-on-3. So, we know that might just be a one-off situation for them. So we're not looking into it too much.
Albury's probably Albury and COE are the 2 teams in the league who can put out a lineup that can match you guys athletically and size-wise. How important is it to be able to match their intensity and match their athleticism on the court?
It's important. We practice against each other every day, but, we get bored playing against each other. So when we see those guys, they bring different challenges towards us. So, it's good. We get to see, new schemes and everything against us. So we can kind of learn and keep on getting better. So it's good to play against those guys.
And how do you find getting the matchup? Obviously, 2 big assignments. You had Torrin Jones and then Ray Turner. How do you find getting a matchup against, these bigger, more physical centers inside?
It's good, but, that's where we hit the weight room. But, with Ray Turner, we were a little disappointed with how we played against him. So with Torrin, Dang and I kind of looked at each other like we're not letting it happen again. So we kind of challenged ourselves with that.
So, Jerry, how does it feel to be the leading scorer on the best team in the league?
I guess it feels good. I haven't really thought about it like that. Every night is kind of someone else, but I guess I've just been lucky to win the battle so far.
And obviously you guys are in the playoffs now. Are you confident that you can take it all the way?
Yes, I am confident that we can take it all the way, but it's definitely take it one game at a time mindset. I don't really look 2-3 games ahead, so I'm kind of just focused on the next game.
Mm-hmm. And at the start of the Albury game, you had a bit of a slow start there. How were you able to get out of that slump and, I guess, come home swinging?
Confidence from my teammates, missed a few early shots, took some bad shots. Teammates didn't get down on me, kind of gave me that tough love that I needed, and had the faith in me to make the next shot, and just so happened the ball fell.
Do you enjoy taking on that responsibility of, I guess, taking over in late game situations?
I just take what the defense gives me. I don't really try to force anything. If it's there, I take it. If not, kind of give it to the next open man. And if that's Dang or Fox or Marquise, it doesn't really matter. We're going to play team basketball and win as a group.
Mm-hmm. And in the next 6 games, I think you've got 3 in fairly close succession with each other, quite close together. How do you think that the team is going to hold out over those 3?
I expect to win, but we do understand that each team is going to come out and try to beat us and help themselves get in a better position. So we have to be prepared and be ready to play every night.
That's all good for me.
Can you talk to me a bit about the battle you had with React at the weekend? It seemed like you guys were going shot for shot, 3 for 3 for a lot of that game.
I guess you can say it started the previous game in Aubrey. Just a little back and forth chatting, and it just kind of carried over. And, yeah, it was just one of those games.
Do you like it when the game gets a bit chippy and the intensity picks up?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, kind of get your energy going. You know, sometimes I can be flat, and that kind of just helped me just to keep going.
And 10 points down the stretch of the game, and I noticed after the 2 threes in front of their bench, you turn and look at their bench and you say a little something to them. And you know, what were you saying to them at that point?
I don't think I can say that.